Okay, so the plantings would start at the start of the stone wall, which is, say, about 14 feet from the street, going down here, through here, around this tree, actually behind the tree. Okay, so your shade plants are going to have to start about 10 feet off this tree, and then we were thinking about finishing roughly 25 to 30 feet off the tree down to here. That's where the plantings would finish. Okay. Then down here, this is all septic in here, so we gotta have to mark that out. Starting from that tree, connecting to these rocks, kind of they're all in a straight line. That's the edge of the new lawn. So you have to bring a machine down here, move all the smaller rocks and just stack them up on top of the other stones further down, and bury the big rocks under the ground because we're not going to be able to haul them off the property. Okay. Then the dirt that's left over in here, we're going to have to haul over and move over here and just use it to fill in this area. So anything that's kind of left over, this is kind of a pile of dirt there and there. Okay. That big rock wouldn't get moved. Perhaps these smaller rocks could get, moved or buried. Okay, so that's this area in here. So it's roughly a 45 foot by 15 to 20 foot wide area. Okay. This Colorado blue spruce is not doing that great. You can see it's buried too low. Actually, it was planted too low. That's why it's not doing too well. You might end up just leaving though that where it is, or maybe picking it up actually and replanting it so it's not too low and flipping it around so the better side of the tree is facing the house. Okay, so you don't get this dead side facing the other way. And then over here, same thing. This tree has to be picked up and replanted amongst this planting bed. Starting here, we would end up having staggering trees going through this bed to give you privacy over time, and finishing at about the corner of the wall, which is roughly about 6 feet off the foundation of the house. So again, this is probably about 60 to 70 feet of screening trees. Okay. Then going through here, going up, we would end up having to remove a lot of this kind of underbrush so then we can maintain the lawn space. Okay. I wouldn't do any grading in here. No grading. Okay. But then add plantings amongst this kind of 5 foot wide path along the top here, and do an evergreen plant or a mix of plants and carry over to the azalea. Probably leave the azalea where it is. Okay, so you'd end up finishing the plantings roughly about 17 feet, 18 feet off the street, maybe 20 feet off the street, and just going all the way down. So you get some good sunlight through this area and along the side. Then the other thing we spoke about was top dressing and core aerating the lawn in the fall to get the lawn to really come in. Okay. Proper fertilizing programs, more topsoil along the edge of the driveway here, a little more topsoil in here. There's kind of a hole right there. You got to fill that in along this side as well. And then obviously feathering the grate in here, so putting topsoil in so it stretches about, say, 12 to 15 feet off the driveway, so it looks like you don't have a big hole right here. So you probably need about 15 to 20 yards of topsoil, maybe more actually. You probably need about 18 yards just for this area, and then probably another 7 to 8 yards for the rest of the driveway. So call it 22 to 25 yards, something like that, around this area. So that's it. So we'll talk to you soon.